While Democrats continue to obsessively smear Donald Trump, well, Biden is steering this country right off a cliff. Here now with more, the author of Not My First Rodeo, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem. Governor, what's so frustrating to me, and I know, for example, on my radio show, I have 700 stations. I'm talking to people all over the country, is that we could have prevented the disaster at the border. We shouldn't be aiding and abetting lawbreaking. We have immigration laws. They're not being upheld. As a matter of fact, the administration is offering preferential treatment for people entering the country illegally. We get rid of energy independence, something we achieved the first time in 75 years. Shouldn't shock anyone. We have a 41-year inflation high and record high gas prices. All of this, to me, is preventable. So where do we go from here, considering I don't think this party's going to change or this president's going to change?
No, you're exactly right, Sean, and that's what is so challenging for the people in my state and across this country, is we're facing a situation soon where President Biden's approval ratings are going to be even lower than the inflation rate. People are really struggling out there with high energy costs, high food costs. They recognize all these illegal immigrants are coming into the country, that the border's not being enforced, that it's not secure, it's jeopardizing our national security. They aren't talking about what all the other networks are running today. They're talking about how do we get through the next 6 months until we get a new majority in the House that stops a lot of these bad policies. How do we make sure that we're going to be able to meet our budget? How do we make sure that we're going to continue to thrive and pursue the American dream? Here in South Dakota, people are doing great. We've got record income increases the last 3 years, in fact, the highest in the nation. Our record-setting revenues that are coming in, our economy's booming, but that's just not the story across the country. And with Biden attacking our very way of life, it's going to be a full-time job for everybody, Governor, to try to protect our way of life.
I'm looking at every big city, and most cities that have been run by liberal Democrats, most states deep blue, run by liberal Democrats for decades, and you see from 2020 to 2021 and now continuing into 2022, record murder, rapes, crime, larceny, you name it. And it seems like the chaos is being won over. You know, defunding, dismantling, no bail has not worked out well for these cities. Where is the person on the Democratic side that says, you know what, maybe it sounded good on paper, but it's not working out in reality, and innocent people are getting hurt, and we need to protect the people in our state, in our city, in our town?
Yeah, they're not having an honest conversation, are they? Especially when President Biden ran on being a unifier. They've done the exact opposite. It's gotten worse in Democrat-run cities across the country. That's why they're moving to our state. We have the second highest inbound migration in the country. I mean, I know South Dakota is beautiful and our people are fantastic, but that's the first time we've seen that kind of movement of people picking up from California, New York City, Detroit, Chicago. They're coming to South Dakota because they want to live somewhere where the leaders respect the law.
Governor,
where they still
you want to
love
make
America
sure
and raise
don't let
their
them bring their bad politics with them. If they're going to move to another state to escape the horrific taxes and regulation and high crime, let's hope they change their political affiliation in some cases. But you're making a good point. There is a migration towards Tennessee, the Carolinas, South Dakota, and away from big cities, New York, New Jersey, Illinois, Chicago, L.A., San Francisco. People are leaving in droves.
Well, and the people that are coming, they're registering to vote right away, and they're registering Republican. So they want to be somewhere the government respects them. That should be a clear message to Joe Biden, be a clear message to these Democrats that are trying to distract from what's really happening across this country from Joe Biden's inflation.
All right, Not My First Rodeo, the new book, Governor Kristi Noem. It's on Amazon.com, bookstores everywhere. Governor, great to have you. Thank you for being with us. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.